Hello friends, welcome to another video. So in this video we will be discussing one more coding question, and this question was asked in TCS NQT. So we will see how to solve this. So if you could see, you might be seeing the question is a bit lengthy, but although it is lengthy, but it is very simple. Just we have to see it carefully, okay? And then I will discuss the code also. Okay. So the question is, sorry, particulate matters are the biggest contributor to Delhi pollution. The main reason behind the increase in the concentration of particulate matter include vehicle emission. So these lines are just for our background purpose. So it is saying that there are lots of pollution in Delhi, and to reduce the pollution, government has this scheme that odd even there was some odd even scheme that we will see. So by applying odd even concept for all types of vehicles, the vehicle with the odd last digit in the registration number will be allowed on road on odd dates, and those with the even last digit will be allowed on even dates. So this is the odd even rule that has been applied. Okay, and the rule is, if the date is odd, like suppose today is suppose 7th, so 7 is odd, so on odd dates only the vehicle which has registration number, last digit of registration number is odd, only those vehicles will be allowed. And on even dates, the vehicle having even registration number as the last digit will be allowed. So this is the question. So what we have to do now, the question start. So given an integer array contains the last digit of the registration number of n vehicles traveling on date d. So and then we have to find, the task is to calculate the total fine collected by the traffic police department from the vehicles violating the rules. So I hope so with the help of input we will understand the question. And note we have given that for violating the rule, vehicle will be fined rupees x. So x rupees will be fined. So let us see the rules. Okay, so this is the input. So in input there be 4 lines. So the first line will be n, that is the length of the array. Okay, so in this case 4, and then we have 4 elements of the array. Now what it is about? So all these are the last digit of registration number of a vehicle. So this is the last digits 3, 7, 6 and 9. And then the next line, this is the date. So which date we will be considering, and this is the fine 200. Now the question is, suppose the date is 12. So this date is even, means 12 whatever date, month is not given, so any month this 12 is even. It means in this date only that vehicles will be allowed which have even number in their last digit. Okay, so this is even number, so only this vehicle will be allowed, and all the vehicles having odd number will be fined. Fine will be imposed. So this is the simple question. So let me write it in a simple way. So odd date, in odd date, vehicle with odd registration number will be allowed. Okay, and even one will be fined. Even one, even registration number will be fined. In simple I have written. So only this we have to keep in mind. So we have to check the date. If the date is odd, it means only odd registration number allowed, and if the police will see even registration number, a fine of x rupees, like in this case 200, will be imposed. So that's simple this question is. Now see one thing, whenever you will be solving this NQT question, the questions are a bit easy, I can say, like, but the main problem is you have to understand the question. Like in this case, by seeing the length, you would think that okay, it is a bit difficult. So this is not the case. You have to slowly, you have to understand the question with the help of input. There will be 1 or 2 input given. So try to understand. Once you will understand, then it is very easy. Okay, like in this case. So I hope you understand. This is the main one line conclusion. So we will check the date. If it is odd date, so vehicle having odd registration number will be allowed, and vehicle having even registration number will be fined. Similarly, if we have even dates, so let me just copy paste this. Now if you have even dates, date is even, like 2, 4, 6, etc. So if you have even date, then only even registration number vehicle is allowed and odd one will be fined. Okay, so I hope you understand it. Now see the output. So you have to output how many rupees police will collect as a fine. This is the simple question. Okay. Now see, once you understand the question, you will easily solve this. Now just see if the output is we are getting or not. So date is 12. So we will start from the array. All the element we will check. So at first we know the date is this even. So we will take the fine from all the vehicles having odd registration number. So this is the last digit. So if it is odd, we will take the fine, because date is even and he's whatever person is riding the vehicles having odd number. So on odd dates, odd only allowed. So this is even, so we will take the fine. So once we check here, we go here in the first element, we will check, okay, this is odd, so 200 fine collected. Again it is also odd, so more 200, so 200 plus 200, 400. This is even, then it is allowed. This is odd, so again 200 fine will be taken. So 200 plus 200 plus 200, 600. So this we have to output. Okay, so similarly in this case also you can see, so this date is odd. So if date is odd, it means odd vehicles will be allowed, even will be fined. So this is odd, it is allowed. This is also odd, it is also allowed. This is allowed. Now this is even. So this vehicle having even registration number as last digit, it will be fined because date is odd and it is even. Okay, so this will police will take fine of 500 from him. So again we will move here, it is also odd, so it is allowed. Again we move here, it is even. So again 500 fine. So 500 plus 500, 1000. So that's why output is 1000. So I hope you understand the question. So just this logic we have to apply in the form of code. That's it. Okay, now see the code. So this code I have written in Python language, as you can see. Now we will move one by one. So we have to just take the inputs. So there will be 4 lines of input. So first line I have taken n. This will be length of the array. Next line I have taken the input of array. So if you are familiar with Python, this is the code to take input when they are space separated. Okay, so just remember this. Okay, if you are not aware, you can remember this. So this is basically taking the input and then splitting it and then converting to int and store in the form of list. So this will basically the array. And if you have any doubt in this case, you can go through my Python playlist. There I have discussed everything. Okay, so this is the second line of code. Then we will take the input of date. So date I have stored, date equals to int input. Next I have taken the input of fine. What will be the fine? So this 4 line is the input. Okay, now collection. So collection variable I have kept. So this will be the final collection of fine by the police. So initially the fine is 0 because we have no collection. Now there is just simple if else. So at first we will check the date. Okay, so I have written if date modulus 2 equal to 0. So this is checking whether it is even or odd. So if date is divisible by 2, that's why we are getting remainder 0. So if it is divisible by 2, it means it is even. So we checked that, okay, date is even. Then we will go through the for loop, and the moment we will get odd number, registration number, we will take the fine. So you can see it is very easy. Just go through the for loop, and since the date is even, we have taken fine from odd registration number. So I have just done ai modulus 2 equal to 1. It means this is odd. So once we get the odd, we will take the fine. So this is collection equals to collection plus fine. In short form it is written like this, or you can write like this also. Collection plus fine. This is to add the fine. Okay, but in short it is written like this, collection plus equal to. So this is the for if the date is even, and else will be if the date is odd, because date could be either even or odd. Now in this case, if we are in the else block, it means the date is odd. Now if date is odd, we will take fine from the even vehicles. Okay, so we have applied the for loop, and we have checked whether AI is even or not. If it is even, we will take the fine. We can see collection equals to collection plus fine. So we have added the fine, and at last we have printed the collection, what will be the final collection by the police. Now let me show you by running this. Okay, so take this test case only 4. So 4 and then 3769. 3769 and then 12 and then 200. Okay, and you can see the output is 600. So we got the answer 600. Similarly, you can let me try for this test case also. So 6, let me run this once more. So 6, so let me copy paste this. Okay, and then date is 21, fine is 500. Okay, so you can see we got the answer as 1000. So this was the question all about. I hope it is clear, and this is the code in Python, and you can easily convert this into C or C++, and if you want me to convert this, you can write in the comment section. I will do a separate one. Okay, so this was the question all about, and if I recap this, so it was all about understanding the question. So by seeing the length of the question, do not worry, just go through line by line. Once you understand, you can see how easy it was. So the question was just odd even concept. Date is odd, then all vehicles having even registration number will be fined, and if date is even, all vehicles having odd registration number will be fined. So this was the simple question, and it will give the output as what will be the total fine collection. Okay, so this was the code, and if you are new to my channel, you can subscribe to my channel. I will upload, I have done all the videos from all the questions of TCS NQT, whether it is programming questions or numerical ability, reasoning ability, all the questions I have done. And so you can subscribe to my channel, and if you have any doubt in any parts of the code, like in any line, you can write in the comment section and I will resolve it. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you guys, take care.